Today is May 10th. Today's quote is called, "Be yourself." Don't be mad at your own karma and envious of another's. Celebrate you. Do your dharma. If you are a sweeper, dance with your broom. It's not about higher or lower positions. It's about your position. It's a varnashram attitude that Krishna has given us certain abilities or we're handicapped in certain ways. And so sometimes it's difficult to accept what we are because we want to be better and we see other people are better. And sometimes we don't like it that other people are more qualified than we are and we feel like there's something wrong with us, or we lament, why can't I be successful like they are? And as I mentioned before, sometimes when you're comparing yourself to others, you overlook your own qualifications. So in wanting to be, you may want to be like someone else, but you shouldn't be like someone else. You should just be like you are. So in this quote I said, even if you're a sweeper in the street, you can be satisfied being a street sweeper. If that's your dharma, that's what you're supposed to do. And that's kind of the idea of, when Prabhupada said a sincere sweeper in the street is better than a charlatan meditator. If this is what God created you to do, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to be a very good street sweeper, and you can be a good street sweeper and be Krishna conscious and go back to Godhead. So that's important to know, and it's okay if you were created to be a street sweeper. I once took a little nap, and when I woke up, I was thinking of a title of a book, and it was going to be called Dancing with Your Broom. And it was going to be about this topic, that even as a street sweeper, if you take it as your dharma, then you could be happy. You could be dancing while you're sweeping the street. And then a few years later, I came across a quote by Martin Luther King, and he said, if God calls you to sweep streets, then sweep the street like Shakespeare wrote his plays, and sweep the street like Michelangelo painted. And sweep the street in such a way that all the hosts of heaven, or we would call demigods, will come and say, here lived a great street sweeper. I really like that because that's the kind of message, or one of the messages of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you do, do it because it's what you're supposed to do. You've been endowed with the capabilities to do this. Don't do someone else's duty. Do what you do. Do it to your best, and whatever happens, happens. So I wrote this quote thinking how sometimes people don't accept who they are. They really, like I say, they don't accept their karma. They like other people's karma. Your karma is better. You're better at things than I am. You're smarter than I am. You're more beautiful than I am. I like your karma. I don't like my karma. Whatever your karma is, accept it and use it for Krishna. And be satisfied. This is what you have in this life. And be better. Do as well as you can. But comparing yourself to others can be okay sometimes, but sometimes it can have very negative influence. And so in this quote, I was referring to the negative influence. So acceptance is it's very important. It's very valuable for us to accept who we are and then be happy in our own skin with the talents that Krishna has given us, and use those talents. That's it. Just use them and be happy. Hare Krishna.